Okay, we got one person. I guess we should give it a couple minutes. I don't know, it wasn't working on my tablet, so you can see me, right? Can you put it in the chat if you can see me? Or maybe you are and it's a little delayed, I don't know. Oh, we got one person again. How you doing? So weird, I can't see who it is or anything. This is my first time I'm doing live. I just thought I'd come on and see if anybody even shows up. Oh, there's another person. How you doing? I was just sitting here studying, guys. I just thought I'd take a break and try and go live. So far it's been 3 minutes and only 2 of you guys are here. How you guys doing? Nobody's putting anything in the chat. Yeah, I was just gonna do like just have like a discussion about anything you guys wanted to talk about. But it's only 2 people. So if you guys want to talk about something, put it in the chat and we can get started. Otherwise, you don't have to, but you know. If you're here, can you hit like? Maybe it'll help the channel out. I don't know. Hi, Yanae. Am I saying that right? I'm so glad you watched my videos. So what kind of, do you work in long-term care, or are you a nursing student, or? And also, like, it seems like the only videos people watch are the at work videos and the point click care videos. Guys, point click care shut down one of my videos, so I'm really scared. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble over them videos. Like, if you guys know anything about it, let me know. So where do you work? Are you in long-term care, or are you in school? Are you an LPN? Are you an RN? You know, what's going on? Oh my God, it's only one chat. Yeah, I was just studying, guys. I'm in mental health. I'm taking mental health right now, and of course med surg. Med surg is throughout the whole nursing program. I'm going to get my RN. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. But yeah. So I'm studying right now. And oh look, somebody else came on. How you doing? Third person. I can't see who's here. Like, I don't know if I can, but I can't see who you are. If you just came on, like, introduce yourself. Like, this is just gonna be like a ask me anything, like school, about life, about work, whatever you want to talk about. So right now I am in school. We can talk about that. Whoever hit like, thank you. Ooh, we got 4 people now. Hey guys, what's up? I'm just like, this is my first time I'm doing live. Like, I just keep saying it as people are coming on. I'm studying right now. I just like came on because I need a break. So I'm trying to try out live, see how it's going. If you guys want to talk about something, let me know. So I'm a new nurse, LPN, seeking into working in long-term care, but kind of nervous because I see all the negative things about working there. Okay, there's not a lot of negatives. Long-term care is awesome. Depends what shift you work. 7 to 3 is good because all your resources are there. You got social services, you got maintenance, you got housekeeping, you got everything you need right there. The doctor's downstairs. If anything happens, she can run upstairs. I mean, not upstairs, but wherever. So that's a good thing about morning shift. Just something to think about. So 3 to 11 is more chill. But you need to contact the on-call physician if anything's going on. But the and night shift is the same as 3 to 11. Basically, it's chill. But the thing about long-term care is they just give you so many. It's such a heavy med pass, so you gotta learn and figure out and hang in there how you're gonna finish that med pass. That's what you have to figure out. And there are, I don't want to say too much, like there are corners you need to cut in long-term care med passes because they put everything for 9 a.m. it seems like. So like you have to like put things for after that med pass that you can put, like a cream, a stupid cream that they have ordered that can wait till 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? When you're done your 9 a.m. med pass, let's say. So that is the hard part, is figuring out how to get that med pass done. Once you get that med pass done, long-term care is pretty easy. COVID definitely complicated it with certain companies. I don't want to give away who I'm working for, but those COVID assessments for every single patient really took me away from my patients. So I ended up walking away from that job, and I'm at another job now. Right now I'm at subacute. So as an LPN, that's another option for you. So in subacute, they basically look like long-term care facilities, but they're like rehabs, right? So you get everybody straight out of the med-surg floor at the hospital. So if you think back to your clinicals, everybody out of the med-surg floor is going to subacute who can't be managed at home. So right now, that's the population I am taking care of now. But it's different from long-term care because I only have like 11 patients. So it's really cool. And these are patients with goals and they want to get home. They're taking care of their life. Like, You know what I mean? They are very different from long-term care. It's awesome. And they're not as acute as they are in like the ER and stuff, but they're basically like med surge patients. You just have a couple more because than in med surge, because they're a little more stable. They're not getting like labs every single day and stuff. So, but don't let people scare you from long-term care. It's basically the kind of thing where you have to get into it and figure out your groove. Like, you gotta figure out how you're gonna get that work done. And that's the hard part, basically. So I wouldn't be like turned off by long-term care, but definitely don't settle once you're in a job. Like, if it's really bad or they're overloading you with work, go find something else. Oh, I've never had that happen. But you should feel supported at your facility. Like, if you're like, look, I can't do this, like, you need to have that RN that'll just step in and do it. Like, I never had anything that was out of my scope because it was nothing that deep, like in long-term care. Like, you're not really gonna come across anything unless it's like IV. And right from the jump, like, my job certified me in post-acute IV management, so I was good to go with IVs. I hope that was within my scope. But if you go online, you can look up the your scope of practice for your state. I can like do a video on that if you guys will be interested, but it's like really hard to read through that. And I guess you kind of just got to come out of school knowing, unless you want to read through the actual scope of practice. But you really shouldn't run into that. It's like IVs in long-term care, and then you might get a TPN. And that would be like on the rehab floor. So in long-term care, you're not going to really come into that. And like at my job for admissions, I know they say like LPNs can't do like that initial assessment, but I feel like they always make us do it. And that's something like I'm not sure of, and I never had to deal with it at my old job, like, because the RN supervisor would just do it. Like, they always did admissions. We never had to do admissions. We would just work with the supervisor, but she would be doing all the work in the computer for the assessment. So I hope that helps. And if they are pressuring you, then you need to not ignore that and just be like, I don't think this is the right fit, and try and find somewhere else, because you don't want to put up with stuff at your job like that will wear and tear on you. Like, I did that in my job. I tried to like change stuff and ignore stuff and say, well, maybe if I did this it would make it better, but it never actually helped anything. I was just being so positive. I just stayed there so long. I was actually at my job for 13 years, y'all. It was crazy. So I'm glad I moved on and, found something that was more a fit for me. But this job right now, they are really tripping, let me tell y'all. I showed up twice, right? And they were like, you're going to be a CNA today. And I'm like, that was Saturday. And then, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got to look into the Nurse Practice Act, and, I mean, the scope of practice for this, my state, and see if I can figure that out, because I'm in that position now. Like, if I get an admission, I'm responsible for the whole thing. Like, there is nobody that's gonna do the admission for me. So I'm trying to, there we go. Yep. I'm gonna look that up. Let me write it down, because I will forget. Like, my brain is totally racked, y'all. I'm telling you. With school, and my kids are on baseball teams, right? So each one of them is on 2 teams. So that's 4 teams that they're on. And I got school, and I got, well, I only work one day, like, a month or something, because of school. Because I go to clinicals 2 days, and then classes another day. So that's 3 days. And I need to study. So, but between all that, it's just so hard. So I have to write everything down. So I'm gonna look up the scope of practice for LPNs. So admission assessments. I'm telling you, it's so hard to read through that thing. I don't know if y'all ever looked it up. I'll link it. I was a CNA for 10 years, LPN now for 8. I'm a local travel nurse, now long-term. See, that's so good. I'm so glad that you said that you love long-term care. Long-term care is awesome. It's awesome. It can, what I'm thinking is, I'm like trying to see how to put this. It can get monotonous, because the patients are dementia patients mostly, a lot of times. Although the population is changing, like YourFavNurseB was saying in her videos. I watch her too. It's a lot of younger people now. But hold on. Yeah, but yeah, they're mostly dementia patients, so it can get like repetitive, because they do the same things and they say the same things, and the meds stay the same, and you don't get a lot of admissions. So it's like very, like, how it is how it's gonna be. All right, so trying to pull up the chat. There we go. I'm from Texas, and I've read the scope, and it's in there. And that website is see, yes. What is in there? That they can't do admissions? Oh, wow. Okay, like, I will be printing it out and giving it to my employer maybe, and see what they say. Because that's crazy. Damn, it's only 2 of y'all. My life is dead. Okay, wow. See, they be getting over. That's crazy. They really get over on us with that, because nobody likes doing admissions. I don't know, because they just, like, they're extra. I don't know why they don't have admission nurses in certain places, because, like, it's always admissions. And it's not like they don't know when they're coming. So, like, I don't see why they can't just have an admission nurse and, like, organize admissions so they can come on a certain day or something. Because it's crazy, like, when you're on the floor and then you just got to do an admission. That is the worst. Yeah, so I'm in subacute now. That's an option for you guys as well. Just do rehab. You get good experience, because the people are actually sick with something. And it's not just like chronic disease and dementia. So, like, you can really keep using your knowledge, and it's, like, awesome. So what else do you guys want to talk about? I'm sorry, I have like nothing planned. I just wanted to come on and see how this went. What about charting? Like incident reports? Because I think so incident reports, what else? Like just regular notes? Because in my old job with charting, it was basically, like I said, we had to do every patient got a COVID assessment. It was a form in the computer. You had to check off that they had no symptoms and put in all their vitals. And then the only other charting we really had to do was people who were on report. And then you might throw in a little note here and there, like just that doesn't really need a change in condition and that patient doesn't need to be on report, but they just need like a little note. But that's basically the extent of charting. And like bowel report patients. Yeah, I could do a video on that. Under progress notes, no. I mean, it depends. It depends on the facility. So for my job, I don't really know how my new job does it because I got like 3 days orientation, but like I just forget everything. But you have to go into risk management for like that's what it's for. That's what the application, I guess it is called risk management. So you would go in there, do your incident report, and then it would automatically generate a note for point click care, and then you would complete the incident report and that change in condition form. Do you use point click care? You know? Yeah, it wouldn't go under progress notes. But that's if it's point click care. Do you use point click care? Oh. Yeah, I don't know anything about Matrix. I haven't had to use that yet. I use Epic at clinical, and I use but at clinical all we really do is look at the notes and put in vitals. And then for my job I use point click care, so I am not familiar with Matrix, but for point click care it would go in RMS, risk management systems, and then it would automatically generate a change in condition note in point click care. So I can't even, it really depends on your job. Oh, we have a third person. Hey, I see you just showed up. Yeah, it's only 3 of us. Right now we were just talking about charting. Yeah, like it depends on the facility. Definitely. But it's always a separate place for the incident report, and then something goes in the computer for the nurses to keep on documenting on for, I think it's like 9 shifts. So it's 2 things that need to be done. The nursing documentation, where you're just real general, you're like, change of condition for fall, patient sustained no injury, no apparent signs of injury, like whatever. You never want to say they definitely didn't have an injury. You just want to say like no signs or symptoms of an injury, like they deny pain, they have, range of motion, all that stuff. So you would do like a real general note in the computer, put their vitals, and in your computer documentation and your nursing documentation, you never reference the incident report, because then if it does end up going to court, like what happened to that girl, I don't know whatever happened to her. I think it was around here in like Philadelphia or something. She did it. She had a fall, and that fall ended up going to court. So if you're documenting in the nursing documentation, you never want to reference the incident report in your nursing documentation, because then the lawyer could go pull that incident report because it's mentioned. And so yeah, that's the one part, is the nursing documentation. And then the second part is the incident report, and the incident report is internal. It's only for your job. Like if you're working for this facility and they're owned by this corporation or whatever, it's for that corporation. So they have a way to track incidents, and they have a way to track and prove that they are doing something about their incidents and all that. Okay, so keep in mind, everything you're putting in the incident report is internal. Like lawyers are not, I'm pretty sure they're not looking at incident reports. Like they have to go through a process to get to the incident report. But anything you put in nursing documentation is fair game for anything legal. But with any incident, it's 2 places you have to document: in the incident report and in the nursing documentation. So who's the third person that just showed up? Are you an LPN or RN? Are you in school? Are you working? What's up? You're not gonna say? If the patient had a fall. So yeah, you would say patient is status post, patient, see, we had boxes we would check off initially in our incident and our change of condition forms, which is the documentation after the falls or any incident. And you would just click fall, or you could just say patient is status post fall. Patient has no apparent signs or symptoms of injury. Patient denies pain. Patient has range of motion. Skin intact. Like, always think about it like you're a lawyer. And what would that lawyer, if you were sitting on the stand being questioned, what would that lawyer ask you to prove that you did everything you did for that patient? So you would want to rule out anything neurological. So You would be like, no change in speech, no change in level of consciousness, no apparent injury to the head, patient denies hitting head. And if you say patient denies hitting head, are they a reliable person to I know a lot of people use PCC, it seems like, definitely. Anything you say about, oh, patient denies this, patient denies that, like, or patient states this, you have to prove that this patient is a credible person. Like, you can listen to this patient, like, put that they're awake, alert, oriented ×3, and now there's a ×4, but I never use that. Like, a lawyer can question me all day, I don't care about, like, oriented the situation. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I guess if they know they're in the hospital or they know they're at rehab, like, they know what the situation is, you can say that. But I just never used it. I don't pay it no mind. Yeah, so definitely you could do your neurocheck, put your neurochecks in there. What else would you put? Like skin, their neurological status, no bruising, no, you know, everything that proves there's no injury. And if there is an injury, or if the patient says, you know, my elbow hurts, like, you need to tell the doctor that, and then put your assessment for the elbow, and then adjust everything else as well that I just mentioned. And make sure you have in documentation that the doctor didn't order nothing, or the whatever the doctor ordered. And that's basically a fall. You could talk about, like, their, you know, no, like, their joints, like, nothing's, joints are in alignment, you know what I mean? Range of motion, all that stuff. It's all good to put in a fall documentation. Undressed skin, all that. Neurological status. That's like the main things with falls. And if it was witnessed and the witness is credible, then you don't, and you know they didn't hit their head because it was witnessed, you don't need to do neurochecks. But if you didn't witness it, or somebody who witnessed it is not credible, then you have to do neurochecks. Always do your neurochecks. And don't do them ahead of time like that nurse did who got in trouble. I don't know whatever happened to her. Do y'all know? Do you know who I'm talking about? I like totally forget the whole story. Yeah, she like, yeah, PCC is easy. I don't know how Matrix is though. Yeah. Yeah, she, like, her patient fell, hit his head, and then she didn't, like, she didn't assess the guy at all or something. Like, had him sitting in the lobby. I think, did he die? And the patient was, like, related to somebody who had some power. I don't know. Oh, I'm looking at a headline here. It says nurse pleads guilty in fatal fall of H.R. McMaster's father in Philadelphia. She pled guilty. Yeah, the guy did die. Yeah, like, do your neurochecks. A lot of times, like, we put tasks ahead of the patients, but, like, definitely make sure your patients are okay. Definitely. Says here she was sentenced to 6 months of house arrest and 4 years of probation and will be prevented from seeking to reinstate her nursing license. All because she wasn't assessing that patient after a fall. That's crazy. Lost her nursing license. On house arrest. 4 years of probation. That is crazy. Yeah, you always got to be thinking, like, what would a lawyer say? What would a lawyer, you know what I mean? Like, just picture yourself in court. What would you be asked? Like, you shouldn't be lazy in your documentation. So, that's major. And was she charged criminally too, just like Redonda Voigt? Yeah, the patient had a brain bleed. I think she was an agency nurse. So that definitely goes into the situation as well. Like, if your agency, you might be so overwhelmed you forget about that patient, or you're relying on a CNA to, you know, be your eyes and ears, and can't always do that. Like, I'm on staff with 2 agencies, but I'm literally scared to death to take one of them shifts. Because, like, I just can't imagine walking in somewhere and, like, you're just expected to do the job. Like, that's crazy. I don't think I would. I don't know if I could do agency, y'all. Like, I thought I was gonna do it with school because I just need to, you know, work here and there when I can. But I don't want to be on somebody's schedule with school because I want to say when I'm gonna work. So, but I got on with the agency, 2 agencies, but I'm scared. And the money is not even at, like, more. Like, seriously. It's not that much more. Unless it's like, wait a minute, I'm lying. I'm always looking at morning shift, but like 3 to 11 and 11 to 7 is good money. Like, it's good money for those shifts, but day shift, they're not really paying that much. Like, it's not like crazy. I thought agency was getting like way more an hour, but they're really not. And it does depend on the agency, I think. You know, but it's crazy. I don't know if I could do agency. Because it would just take you double the time to do everything. Like, I don't know how they do it. And like now, like, every door has codes, and you don't know, you can't even move around a facility because you're new. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta figure out the codes and all that stuff. That's just one thing. Hey, we got a 3rd person. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh yeah, she was working on night shift. Mm-hmm. I think she was working on night shift. And it's kind of, isn't it kind of slow on night shift? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think she was like paying a guy any attention. Like, I swear. I mean, I guess it can be busy on night shift. I'm gonna shut up because I really shouldn't talk about night shift when I've never even worked it. And every facility is different, so you can't sit there and talk about, you know, what she did and you weren't there. You know what I mean? So it's crazy though that we are getting charged criminally and we are not like murderers, you know? So that's crazy. Like, especially Redonda. She was not, I believe anyway. I can't say for sure, but I don't think she was like a malicious murderer, like where she should have been charged criminally. Hey, Shakia, what's up? Um, Wait, just went away. I'm trying to read your comment. Definitely a big help on a new nurse. Oh, okay, cool. Do you use PCC? Oh, okay, so you use PCC. And that's cool that you go to the same place. Because then you're basically like staff. Like, I remember the agency people, like, they were basically like staff. They were just getting paid more. And eventually they learn the ropes. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do want to try it. Because then you could just get to see how other facilities operate. You know what I mean? Because, like, for so long, I was at my other job for 13 years. And now I'm at this job. So I only really saw 2 places. So it's crazy. But agency would allow you to, like, you know, see a bunch of places. That's one of the reasons I signed up too, besides school. Yeah, so is anybody in school like going to get their RN or no? Home health? Ooh. I was just thinking about that the other day, man. That would probably be cool. I don't know what the documentation is like at all. Um, but like just go through the orientation and see what's expected of you. Like, that's the main thing. Like, but they're stable. It would just be like wound care, meds, making sure they got the right meds, making sure they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Make sure they're like able to carry out ADLs. Like, if they don't have like one-on-ones and stuff, like home care will be pretty cool. Like, And then you only have one patient at a time, so you could really take the time and take care of that one person. My mom did home care. My mom's a nurse practitioner. She did home care, so I got to see it growing up. She would take me to a couple of her things and her cases. And it was basically people with chronic issues. Like the one lady had chronic issues, and she had some psych issues as well. And I think it would be a good thing for a new nurse because it's nothing too crazy. Like, it's not like you're taking care of an ER patient, you know what I mean? So that would definitely be a good job for a new nurse, I think. Definitely. And also, like, us as LPNs, we think we have to be in long-term care. At least I did for like the longest time ever. I was like, oh yeah, LPNs, we're just in long-term care, and that is so not true. Like, for example, when I went to when I was getting ready to get into my nursing school program, I had to go to CVS and get like titers done for on my vaccines and stuff. So the girl who gave me my what was it, some vaccine, MMR or something, I don't know, she was a LPN. Yeah, the hospitals, I seen ERs, but the hospitals probably don't pay as well. But still, like, if you're in it for the experience and you want to be an RN and see what it looks like in the ER and see what that nurse is doing, like, that's a cool gig right there. I would love to do that. You can get in doctor's offices. You can work at maybe urgent cares. I don't know. But I did see a couple urgent cares who would do hire LPNs. But yeah, doctor's offices. And then the other thing you could do is insurance nursing. This girl who used to be in my class, she was an insurance nurse, and she said it was good money. So, like, don't limit yourself to long-term care. And I'm in subacute, so you can take care of them kind of patients too. Oh shoot, you were a DON? Damn, that's what's up. I did not see that one coming. Yeah. I wonder what it's like being a DON. Like, seems like they got it easy, but I know that's not true. It's just not hard on your body, but it's probably like not easy. Yeah, I wonder what they do. They be sitting up in the offices. I had one DON. She would be on the floor. Like, she would be starting IVs and stuff. She would love the floor, but she was a DON too. That would be me. I'd be like, oh, I'll be right up. Oh, and you could do CRC, I think. That's another position for LPNs. I don't know what the hell they do. Something with insurance. Yup, see, that's a good DON right there. Because, like, as a DON, like, I want to know what's going on. Like, I'm going to be up there for a minute. Like, they going to know I'm coming. Definitely. And then it keeps them on their toes. On your, you know what I mean? Half the battle when you're supervising people is let them know you're watching. Let them know you're watching, because then they're going to watch themselves. But that's what CNAs do. Let them know you're watching. I'd be like, yo, you didn't even change this person. Like, that's the same diaper they had on. Like, if I could change them, I would, but I can't. Like, I got this 27 med pass to do, 27 patient med pass to do. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? But if you let them know you're watching, you know. That's something I struggle with though, with supervising. I think I'm a little soft. Like I wrote one person up my whole 13 years being at my old job. One person. And the thing with CNAs and other nurses too. But when they start tripping on you, you need to tell. Because I was always the type, like, people would be tripping on me, like, talk to me any old kind of way or something, right? Like, walk away from me yelling, and I'm just trying to ask them for help, right? So I would be like, you know, get into it with them a little bit, try and be professional. All right, it's over, it's squashed, it's done. And then the next day, the unit manager is like, so-and-so said this and that. And it's like, what? She was really told you about that? Like, to me, I was just a person not being petty. Like, they probably had a bad day, whatever. They didn't get where I was coming from. Maybe I came off wrong, this and that. But I'm not running around telling on people, like, oh, she talked to me all, like, disrespectful. I thought the unit manager wouldn't even care, but then they go and tell on you. And you're the one that looks crazy. You're the one that looks like you're the unruly one, when really it was them, and you should have beat them to the punch and told on them first. I had that happen to me a lot. And then over the year, like with that one unit manager, I ended up looking like the one that was tripping. And it's like, they were tripping too. You know what I mean? And I should have, like, let the unit manager know. And then if they keep getting complaints, then management knows. And that takes care of that. So I wouldn't let too much slide with CNAs and stuff. Like how they just talk to us any old kind of way because they think we're being petty or on a power trip or something. Yeah, and they don't never leave late either. I'm like, once in a long while would a CNA leave late. And then I be helping them and I'm leaving late all the time. Like, you really got to draw the line. You really do. You're right. And it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, how do you get that respect from them? Because, like, you just want to be like, I need you to do this, and they do it. You know what I mean? Like, I would always have an issue with that. Second I would ask these CNAs to do something, I get pushback. And it's like, damn, y'all, like you want me to do all this stuff, and like the situation, I'm not even gonna get into the situation because it was like, it's too much to get into it. But I was not being unreasonable, and these were CNAs that I've worked with for years and years, and they were just like, nah. And she was just like, the one CNA was like, you act like we have nothing to do. And as she was saying that, she was like walking away from me, so she like turned her back and didn't even give me the respect to look at me while she was talking and say, look, I understand you want me to do that, but I have this, and the other thing to do. I can get with that. I can get with that. But if you just turn around and yell at me, not even looking at me, that's disrespect. So it's like, it's how to manage people. That's a skill right there. And you can't go around like writing people up left and right? Like, let me know how y'all feel about that. How do you feel about that, writing people up? Because, I mean, management can do with the write-up what they want. Like, half the time, they probably rip them up and throw them in the trash. What's disrespect? Oh, yeah. What she was doing to me? Yes. And this is CNAs who, I don't ask them to get ice water. Like, if a patient asks me for ice water, I will go get the ice water. I am not the type to go run around looking for you to tell you to get ice water. I could have just did it myself and spent the same amount of time. Like, I'm not even that nurse. It was just like, I needed help with these vital signs because with the COVID assessments, they want vitals on every single patient. Every single shift. Yeah. Yeah, but at least I could have my copies and, you know, it's... Oh, my phone is dying. Yeah, management, they probably rip them things up half the time. Yep. But yeah, in that 13 years of working where I used to work, I never wrote anybody up. I wrote this one girl up one time because the family member came in. And this guy was like so protective of this woman. They weren't married, but they were like, you know, he was like the significant other, whatever. And like, she left the patient with the side braille down, not changed, without the bell. And then the family member came in and was like, yo, what the heck? So I wrote her ass up. That shit was crazy. Yeah, I can't believe that CNA acted like that, yo. I can't get over it. Oh, you're starting? Nice. Girl, yes, you could write up a CNA. Yeah. Yo, I don't ask for nothing. I have to be like so stressed and like behind to ask for help. I would change a patient too. I don't care. I'm not that nurse. I was a CNA. It's nothing to me. So RN school started out like cake. Let me tell you, it was like cake. It was like LPN school all over again. Like learning about therapeutic communication and stuff. Edwina, you need to be doing what? Writing people up? Yeah, RN school, it was cake in the beginning. Now, it ain't cake at all. It ain't nowhere close to cake. It was like easy in the beginning because it was just like a review. Edwina, you got me dying. I need to too. Like, I'm gonna just do it to see how it goes. People probably gonna be keying up my car. But so now RN school is definitely challenging because the deadlines are crazy. You have pre-class, post-class. So that's 2 deadlines. Then you got projects. And then you got labs. So not only are you preparing for class, you're preparing for lab. Lab and class is on the same day. So you're doing 2 kind of subjects. And then like lab, they have you, like our school anyway, they had us memorizing like crazy stuff. And I did a video on it because I was so stressed and trying to review. I figured I could put it in a video. It was the the injections lab. We had to memorize the gauge, the needle length, like all the landmarks and stuff. It was so much memorization. I don't even know how I did it. But RN is really hard. Like 2nd and 3rd semester, it gets hard because it's all new stuff. It's IV push, it's IV piggyback, and you're using parts of the IV you never used before. Like as an LPN, I was just hanging the antibiotic and doing that, and that's it. Priming it, whatever. I got a video on priming IVs, tubing, and all that. But now it's like getting to be all new stuff. And I was about to do a video how to like get good grades in nursing school, because I was like feeling good about myself. I'm like, I'm getting all 80s Like, I'm so happy with that. If I could, help somebody out and tell them how I'm getting 80s, then that might be more attainable than how to get A's. Like, and I'm shooting for the A's, but I'm getting 80s. So I was about to do a video, and then I took this one quiz and I got a 75, y'all. A 75 is not passing. A 75 is an F in nursing school. So I'm like bummed out. It was on EKG. And it was like immunity. No. EKG. And what was the other thing? It just went out of my head. Oh my God, yes, what? Am I missing all your chats? Mona, what are you talking about? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it was on EKGs and then fluid and electrolytes. Well, more acid-base balances. And I think I got the 2 acid-base balances wrong because I didn't put whether it was compensated or not uncompensated. Because I swear I got them right. Oh yeah, I got a tube feeding video too. I can link all these videos in the description. So tube feeding and IV priming IV. Telling you, I gotta write everything down. My brain is like fried. Mona. Yo, I did a bunch of school videos. Mona, you are cracking me up. You're welcome. In nursing school, LPN is helping, definitely. But the thing is, they treat you different as an LPN. And I'm like, yo, treat me like the rest of them. Don't act like I know everything. Like, I've just been doing long-term care. It's not like I've been in the ER as an LPN. Want more what? Videos on what? I got my pen out. Let me know. But I don't have time to be doing no videos. I just do them in the car. Like, that's how much time I got. Like, I'm doing this because it's easy. I didn't like get dressed. I put a little bit of makeup on because like my face is jacked the hell up. I don't know what is going on with me, but my face is messed up. I don't know. Yeah, let me write it down. Insulin injection with the seed. I did that. You only saw medications? What do you mean? Insulin injections with the state. Yeah, that was I did that with the state. That was one of my things when I did. That's the other thing about morning shift. You get stuck with the freaking state. I hate the state. They give me a heart attack. Mona, what do you mean you only saw medications? I don't know what you mean. Are you going? Oh, I'm just going to community, girl. It's cheap. It's close. Yep. And then I'll get my associates, so we'll see. Oh, no. I didn't do not one with the insulin. I just did that with the state in my job. I did that with the state. Oh. You go on the Nightingale, LPN to BSN. Yo. LPN to BSN. Oh, okay. You're going straight for BSN. I'm getting my ASN first. Get your skills in. Oh, well, work in a rehab center if you want to get skills. That's a good spot. Private schools. Oh, really? I thought it would be opposite, where private is harder. That's interesting. Oh, online. That's cool. I gotta get out the house. I like getting out the house. But I did do online for like years, and it was awesome. My phone's about to die. Okay, I just plugged it in. Now I have to balance it. So it's been an hour. What time is it, y'all? Let me see. 1 o'clock. I got an hour. I got an hour and 45 minutes before my kids come home. I got 2 boys. Yes. And I'm studying now. I'm doing mental health. So it's like, it's easy, but it's hard. You work nights. Oh, okay, yeah. But, oh, God. I don't know how you study in the middle of the night, though. That would, phew. Do you have kids, Edwina? So you're going to be doing nights and do clinicals? Yup. Naps. Oh, they're grown. Oh. My kids are little. They're getting on my nerve. Well, the one is. My kids is little. 10 and 12. Clinical start next year. So when does your classes start? I had 1 semester where I had no clinicals. Yeah, but what was I was saying earlier? Oh, 17. That's a cool age. I wonder how that's gonna go when my kids are that old. What was I saying earlier? It just went out of my head. I can't remember. Damn. I really wanted to say that. Whatever it was. Oh, yeah. Like, they treat you like you know everything. And then, like, in clinicals, they don't work with you as much. Like, and my teacher would, because she's, like, the best clinical instructor. Like, if I needed her, she would be right there. Like, but with the LPNs, they act like, oh, they're good. But, so that's the only thing that's, like, not great about being an LPN. And the other students look at you like you know everything, too. And it's like, yo, I haven't been to school in 13 years. Like, I forget half of it. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate it. I graduated in August. So, I got a couple months, and I just hope, because we're getting to the, like, more complicated stuff that I wasn't really dealing with in long-term care. So, I gotta, like, relearn a lot. So, it's gonna get hard. Yeah, they do. They do. And their clinicals, like, sometimes I don't even tell the RN that, thank you. I don't tell the RN I'm an LPN. I just be like, so then they show you every little thing. Because I would like to see every little thing, because how you do it, you might have a different method or a good tip or hack or something, you know what I mean, for doing something. So I want to see everything, and don't just like throw me to the side because it's like, oh, she's LPN, she's already a nurse. Like, no, I'm just in long-term care. You know what I mean? It's not really like that deep. Yeah, I am almost there. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm just gonna get on a med surg floor and see how I like it. You think so? Yeah, it's like you get good experience like with meds and like basic nursing skills. Definitely. Like you see, and then you have something to look back on. Like when I'm learning about like calcium channel blockers and beta blockers, and now I look back and I'm like, oh, it makes more sense. Looking back on certain patients now that I'm in RN school. So I definitely have that to fall back on. Definitely makes it easier. Good experience, yeah. Oh, wow. As a tech? Because I thought the hospitals really, like, they'll hire LPNs as techs or as LPNs, and you're just, like, delegated to. Yeah, I did see shift key on, like, I get emails about jobs. I did see shift. I'm with the major ones. Should I, like, not say who I work for? But I don't really work for them. Like, I don't even pick up any shifts because I'm, like, scared. I just do my little pool job. That's so close to me. I just have to go, like, 10 minutes. But, yeah, like I was saying, they were tripping. They had me, like, being a CNA. I came in Saturday. They were like, you need to be a CNA. They didn't say it in those words, but that's what it was. And then they canceled me for half the shift. Then I came in the next day, and they were about to send a CNA home and have me be a CNA in her spot. I was like, you know what? Let that CNA stay there. I'll go home. Yeah. It might be. So guys, I guess how long has it been? Over an hour. I guess we should wrap it up because I need to get this studying done. I need to go through all the side effects for antipsychotic medications because I know that's going to be on my test. And I do have like this awesome way to remember all the positive and negative signs of schizophrenia. I gotta do a video on that. Oh, so is that common when you just like told to be a CNA? Like, what the heck is that? At my old job, I keep saying that. Like, at my old job, it's getting on my nerves. But anyway, yeah, at that job, I was never a CNA. I was a CNA one time, and I literally jumped at the opportunity because I was so sick of my heart. I was so thoroughly sick of it. So I was like, oh, I'll be the CNA. And I knew the patients, I knew the routine, how they transfer, all that. So I just jumped in there and did it. Yeah, I'm about to leave this place though, because my other job proved to me it's not like that everywhere. Because this new job is like, they're really tripping. This one girl, right? She drove like an hour, and then they tried to cancel her. She was so mad. I would be too. Like, yo, you let me drive a whole hour and you're canceling me? And it was like, she was extra. And they really let her come in. I was like, oh, wow. Because, like, my first few shifts there, it was cool. I loved it. It was cool. Orientation was cool. Yeah. But it's just weird to me. Yeah. I did it the first day. I thought it was a one-time thing. Yeah, but they were overstaffed on purpose. Like, it didn't even have to go like that. They knew the census going into the weekend. They knew the census. They could have canceled people like 2 days ahead of time, but they were just keeping it comfortable for them. So if somebody called out, then they had somebody waiting. And that's like their routine at this place. It's just like, oh, well, the nurses can do CNA if we don't have a CNA. And then they don't look for agency maybe that hard. Yeah. I am like, I don't like doing CNA anymore. I can do a little bit of it, like mix it in with my shift, like the med-surg nurses do. But just to be a whole CNA is like, oh God. It's just like, it's mentally not stimulating at all. It's like just, all right, guys. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's better than what I'm doing. I should try agency. I don't know. I have to think about it. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. I did write down everything. I'll link some videos in the description box, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Thanks for chatting.